Daniil, well done. Tell us a little bit about your match against Chris. You practiced with him in the past, and what surprised you about his game?
Yeah, was a tough match. I feel like he followed his plan. I followed mine. He tried to make short points, didn't give me rhythm. Yeah, make the points short as possible. I tried to make rallies longer and longer, and I feel like during the match I was playing better and better. And if not one bad game on my serve, could have done it easier in the second set. But yeah, generally tough match. If he plays like this, he's very dangerous. But yeah, tennis is about consistency. So let's see how he continues this good run here in next tournaments.
Daniil, following a little bit of what we just said, how do you prepare when you face tennis players that are like people that are low ranked or are doing a good run in the tournament?
Yeah, first of all, I said it on the court. You know, anyone I would say out of the top 200 can make a good week. The question is if they are not yet top 100 or top 50 means that they're not consistent throughout the year. But on one week, anyone can beat anyone, and we know this in tennis. Not easy to play someone for the first time because you don't know exactly their patterns, and they might know just a bit more about you because they see you on TV. At the same time, that's what I try to bring, this consistency on court. It managed to work today, you know, tight match with a lot of opportunities for both of us. I managed to be on top, and that's what I try to do every time, no matter if I know the opponent well or if I don't know him at all.
Hey, Danielle. So is that ankle injury just totally behind you at this point? Are you treating it at all, and just totally free?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't bother me on the court. It still hurts a little bit, just because probably something was injured a little bit. So it's like, I don't know, like a bruise. You know, a bruise gonna hurt for some time. So hopefully it gets better and better. But it doesn't bother me at all on the court. And honestly, starting with the match with Davidovic, uh, it didn't bother me that much. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna release one day the photos. The photos are pretty, like, well, there was a big bruise and it was pretty inflamed.
Daniel, could you talk a little bit about your relationship with Karen and the first time you met, the first time you became friend, starting playing together, and how you assess his start of the season?
I won't remember the first time because we know each other since such a long time. We're exactly the same age group. So starting from all the young tournaments, we played together. I remember that just before the under 14 age group, he was actually not one of the best. I was not the best one also, maybe a little bit higher ranked than him, and then he went really fast up. He got few wild cards, beat few top guys when he was like 15, I think, or something like this, or 16. So yeah, he had a good rise. So we had a good rise together to the ATP Tour. We already achieved a lot, and it's great. You know, we still spend time together. We're great friends, and I feel like we respect each other a lot, and that's great. I think he had an amazing start in Australia. I mean, semis of a Grand Slam for sure. He's second in a row actually. Then I don't know if something was bothering him, but he didn't play much. Lost some matches, but back at his best here. Semis, we played already one time this year. I need to try to play as good as I did there in Adelaide. I played a good match. Hopefully, can show good tennis and try to win.
Yeah, your past performances in Miami haven't been terrific. Any reason you think you haven't played your greatest tennis here?
Well, first of all, the court is faster for sure this year, so that's great. But even with the slow court in Indian Wells, I managed to play well. I'm kind of in confidence now. I'm playing well, starting from Rotterdam. I managed to bring this here because it was not that easy. I didn't have a match since the match with Carvalhes. I think I didn't play for like 3 days. Then I played a match starting after midnight, probably first time in my life. Like the start of the match was actually after midnight. Playing early today here, so a little bit hectic tournament, but still managed to have kind of good rhythm, and that's what I want to try to do tomorrow.
Daniel, when you come up against players who are compatriots and friends like Karen or Andre, Do you go in with a completely different mindset, or is it exactly the same as if you're playing anybody else?
I think maybe just a little bit you have to kind of force yourself even more to be focused. And when I say this, it's just because they know your game so well and you know theirs so well. So it's kind of, I'm almost sure we know how the match is going to go tomorrow, and it's a question of who's going to make the best shot out of we're going to play. So I kind of know when he's going to go down the line, when he's going to try to do, I don't know, high ball, low ball, maybe slice, whatever. And he knows what I'm going to do with it. So it becomes who does a better shot at the better time. So maybe, yeah, you have to just force yourself a little bit. But at the same time, it's like any other match you want to win. I honestly don't care if I play a friend or the guy I don't like on the other side of the net. Just want to win. That's what competition is.
David Gomez from W Radio. Daniil, you've been known for your mental toughness and even in the face of opponents that are tough. Can you talk a bit about how you cultivate that mentality and whether it's something that you consciously work on, or do you think it's something that comes naturally to you?
I think it's like everything. It's a little bit of both. You know, you never know what's more important, talent or hard work. Actually, both are. Starting from when I was really young, no matter which game I play, I hate to lose. So I actually hate to lose more than I like to win, and you can kind of see this on the court. And I think that's a good thing. It sometimes can, but if you don't work it, that can become a bad thing because that's when you can, sometimes maybe. Stop practicing hard because that's gonna release some pressure of you. If you don't practice hard, you say, "Well, yeah, I lost the match because I didn't practice well enough." Yeah, well, that's a little bit weak. And so I for sure worked with mental coaches, especially Francisca, with who worked for 4 years probably helped me a lot to become better mentally, to just have a better mindset on the court. I'm working with another mental coach right now because last year I didn't have one. And yeah, that's something I want to improve. And yeah, for example, talking about Indian Wells, I had my tantrums, which it's not good. It can throw you out from deconcentrate you, and it's not good look anyway, but I managed to still win matches and still be concentrated during these matches, and that's what I try to do.
Daniil Nelson from Hispanic Source Media. You're one of the best players in the world.
Thanks.
You've been obviously you've had tremendous success. Maybe 2022 wasn't as best as probably the other years. What have you found recently in this stretch, right? Like winning so many tournaments in a row, making the final at Indian Wells, you're in semifinals here. What have you found like similar in those moments, or right now where is everything clicking for you?
I got the momentum going last year, even if it was not as I wanted to sometimes. I was working hard on the practices. I never stopped to working hard on practice. I was working hard physically, so that's why I'm able to do this many tournaments in a row. It was not, paying dividends as I would like, but I was continuing to work and managed to find a lot of confidence this year by winning these matches in for sure Rotterdam, Doha, Dubai. And yeah, I managed to keep it going, which I was able to do sometimes in my career, and sometimes I know that also you can have a down moment at one point. So you try to do the high moment as long as possible. I managed to continue it here. Last year, I actually was not able many tournaments. I was playing good, and then for whatever reason, I would have one match where I would be completely off. And the further in the tournament it is, the more chances you lose. And I lost some matches like this, where after the match, I was like, that was really not a good match for me. This year, I managed to do much better, especially lately, and I hope I can continue the season this way.
You've said you watch a lot of tennis. You're one of the players who does watch a lot of tennis. Will you? Are you planning on watching Carlos and Taylor
They play at
tonight?
7, so I'm going to be having dinner. But yeah, I'm definitely going to watch probably the first set because I go dinner at like 8:30, and then I'll see if I continue watching on the phone or not. It depends. Probably depends the score and the way the match is going. But yeah, I watch a lot of tennis when I'm in the tournament because I feel like this keeps me in the tennis mood, but as soon as I'm out of the tournament, I won't watch a match. Maybe if there is a tiebreak of a third set, I would be like, okay, let's watch a few points. But yeah, if not, definitely turning off tennis in my life when I'm not in the tournament.